Hey guys, sorry, my Zoom wouldn't log in. I don't quite know what happened there. Let me just pause that one moment. Okay, guys, good evening. We are for the next probably about 30 minutes, which ties quite well with the theme of this. We're going to talk about Scentsy Power 30. Now, let me know in the comments if you've seen that been mentioned at all on any of the groups or if you have. I don't even know. Did they mention it on the end of month live? I think they did. Um, Only in your group. Okay, so um, Scentsy Power 30 basically is something that is being rolled out on like a corporate level. Um, I will talk to you about the Zoom that I was on about it a couple of weeks ago, last week. Um, I think I got an email. Yeah, I think there has an email gone out about it as well. Um, but basically, what it is and where it came from, and the whole concept behind it, and how we want to support it in our group and support you guys. But what I do want to say is I don't want you to think it's like another thing that you have to do because I understand when you're in your business and you have a job or you have a family or you have loads of other things. Like sometimes when you think, oh my God, is this something else I need to implement? It can feel a little bit overwhelming. And the reason I wanted to do this tonight, I've actually printed some notes off from Holly Baker, was to basically say it's totally the opposite of that. The whole point of Sensi 30 is for you to implement habits in your business, simple habits. The whole ethos behind this is simplicity. Implement simple habits in your business that you do consistently that is going to help your business grow. Now, the call that I was on last week was with Deb and with Cindy. I know I always get her surname wrong, so it's either Kuntz or Kruntz. But she's from our training and development team. She's the lady that I did my coaching certification with, and she's just a beautiful human being. And that call, basically, which she asked obviously for us to relay to you guys, was about the whole mindset about doing something consistently for a certain number of days and then it's all about building habits. Now, you all know that is like my love language. You know that I'm extremely habit driven because when you make something a habit, you almost you do it without even thinking about it. She talked about on that call about Duolingo, which is an app where you learn a language. I've never used it. Has anybody used Duolingo? Let me know in the comments. Or if anyone wants to unmute themselves at any point, this is very, very informal, guys. Um, Let me know in the chat or, or if you just want to unmute yourself at any point. But has anybody ever used Duolingo, the learn a language app? I know that Lindsay McCallum has because she's told me many times she's learning another language. Um, Lisa's used it at school. Okay, so the whole concept behind Duolingo is that they do things in streaks. So if you've been on there and done something for a 7 day streak, you get a recognition. Or if you do, not consistently, or if you do something for a 10 day streak, you get recognition. Or if you do something for a 30 day streak, you get recognition. And if you think about it, there's things, loads of things around the world. So my gym, for example, again, that is something that I am extremely habit driven with. Like people say to me, I don't know how, I don't even think it doesn't even cross my mind that not training would be a thing. I just do it so habitually now. Before I go to bed, I lay out my gym stuff. I get my coffee cup out on the side and I put my coffee cup next to the coffee machine. So it's there on the side. My trainers are near the front door with my bag. My brain doesn't have the opportunity to think I'm not going. I literally prepare for it. And that's how I make it a habit. And it's the same with this. And the thing that she mentioned with Duolingo is that you get rewarded for streaks. So, for example, with the gym, when I'd been a member for 6 months, I got a little ping came up in the app and it said, "Oh, congratulations, you have done a 6 month streak." My daughter does it with her best friend on Snapchat. That was something else that was mentioned on that call. I don't use Snapchat, but they said you get in loads of different things, you get rewarded for streaks. So there's something in the human brain that actually thrives on that recognition for doing something for a certain amount of time, but also when you've done something so many times over and over and over and over and over, you just do it without thinking about it. So for example, I always say that like habit stacking, exactly that. Is it there? No, it's not there. But there's two books there in my garage. And if there's two books about habits that I could recommend that you read or listen to. In fact, I'm going to dig them out and I'm going to read them again. One of them is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Absolutely amazing book. And the other one is, oh my God, it's literally gone out my brain. I just had it a minute ago. Hang on. Let me just open this.
The compound effect law.
What?
Compound effect.
That's it. You knew what I was thinking
I know
of.
exactly what you were thinking. I've read it. It's brilliant. I was
It's
just
like got a
typing in the chat
cartoon,
as well.
like a
Jason's book
book.
on habits is really good too.
What's that?
Jason's book is really good too.
Yes. Yeah, totally. Like Jason Howard. So exactly, the compound effect that talks about, thanks, Em, about building habits, and then when you do something so many times, that impact compounds. It's a little bit like, what's that whole thing about like water cutting through a rock? Like when an iceberg like collapses, like that's not from suddenly loads of water, that's from water dripping, 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 dripping every day, and then an ice, and it comes away. So it's about I tried listening to Atomic Habits, but the guy's voice is not good. Maybe try reading it. Maybe try. Love that. But yeah, it's the whole concept of habits, and exactly Jason's book as well. So, Scentsy Power 30 is a simple, consistent daily system to help you grow your business in just 30 minutes a day. It's all about creating a culture of consistency. This is from corporate, that builds long-term sales, sponsoring, and most importantly, your confidence. Now, this idea was actually born from Orville's keynote at SFR. So if you were at SFR or if you listen to SFR, you can now, it's actually, there's a Vimeo link that's been shared that I can share after this to Orville's keynote if you haven't listened to it. And he basically talked about if you do these three things consistently for a certain number of days, they're suggesting 30 days to get started, your business will grow. So the first one was using Scentsy Connect. Let me know in the comments, honestly, because I didn't use it when it first came out. I do use it now. Um, but yeah, who uses Scentsy Connect like regularly in their business? Let me know in the comments. Oh my God, it was amazing. Like I could listen to Orville Thompson. I could listen to him all day long. That man knows his stuff. And Heidi and Chuck. Yes, not regularly. Emma, yes. Okay, so Scentsy Connect is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And I'll be honest, when it first came out, first release, I didn't use it consistently. And then since I've started doing this, because I genuinely I need to get clued up on that. I don't really know what it is yet. We will cover that, my love, in a moment. Since I've started using it consistently, the impact that it has had, especially towards that month end. So I don't mind telling you guys, Emma, again, you might need to help me out on on the two brains are better than one. Maybe like 5 days a week towards the end, I was still 600 and odd PRV away from my 2,500 goal. And 100% Scentsy Connect played a part in me. I mean, I followed up like a crazy person that last week of the month, but and did WhatsApp parties and did events. But Scentsy Connect played a massive part in me getting, well, I actually got over that 600 PRV in like 5 days, I think it was. But when I actually looked back, Scentsy Connect, I've started using it since bingo, exactly. Scentsy Connect played a massive part in that. Now, again, there's a reason that it was one of the tasks on the bingo incentive. Scentsy know what they're doing. They give us they literally, when I say they give us the tools, they literally give us these tools in our hand to use every day. So, Scentsy Connect, let me just bring it up on my phone. I should have done this.
While you're doing that, I'll just say Sensei Connect for
Yeah,
me is
hang on.
so easy because it's an app. Like if you want to message your customers or you want to just do a bit of follow up while you're waiting for on the school run or whatever,
Yeah,
I feel like it's quick and easy. Whereas like Workstation to send an email, it's like it's hard to do on your phone. Let's put it that way.
yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
the Connect app is literally right there. You can get news tab articles, you can, email your customers. And like tonight, I've emailed out 40 odd customers who they think would be interested in the autumn collection, and it literally sends them the link and the photo of it, and it's brilliant. I love it.
Absolutely. And like exactly like I said, you can't see it from a light. I'm trying to turn my light down. Hang on. Um, I don't even see it on that thing. But yeah, you can see here it literally. So on just on your tasks, for example, you'll go into order follow up. It will tell you new orders, delivered orders, and people that might want to reorder products. But that's just one thing. These are ones that are past due. As you see, there's only 5 on there. That was a lot because I didn't use it at first, but have been using it more consistently. Um, I found emailing from Connect more difficult, but maybe I'm doing it wrong. Um, not just for the emailing though, like for the follow up and the actual follow up, as in being consistent when your customers order. And then obviously that is the one that's completed. But also news tab. It's like literally a news tab in your hand. So you don't need to log into your workstation every single time, like Emma said. And also you can't break it, right? You cannot break it. The reason that Scentsy Power 30 um, encourages us to use this daily. Everyone has their phone in their hand, whether that's from a consultant perspective, whether that's from a team member's perspective, whether that's from a customer perspective. Everyone has their phone in their hand. So you need to, or they want to encourage us to, obviously, start getting more comfortable and more competent. And the only way to do that is to start using it more. That
Have
is,
we got
it's not,
Sarah Eldridge's training law? Did someone record it?
I would imagine so. So
Because
yeah.
it was brilliant. Sarah Eldridge's training at SFR was brilliant, and she was really quite clear with it, and it was great because I learned that you can actually manage your templates inside it, so you can have your own templates ready to go,
Hmm.
which is insane. And I didn't even know that was there.
No, I didn't.
I'll
I'll be
see it. I'll
honest.
see if it's in Squad, and I'll share it.
Yeah, it might be on YouTube somewhere as well. We'll have a look. Um, but also, guys, you've got Scan and Connect on there. So if you're out and you are at an event or a party or you're speaking to somebody and you want to collect their details, they literally here you go into Connect, scan. They scan that. They put their details into your workstation. It's literally starting to collate information for you. So, what part of Scentsy, I keep calling it wrong, Scentsy Power 30 is encouraging you to do is use Scentsy Connect for 10 minutes a day. Everyone, right, and the reason they've done this for 30 minutes, even if you don't do all of these things every day and you do one of them, you have got 10 minutes in your day to do some follow up for your business. Everyone, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you. I know. I always say like everybody. Minnie, what's the matter? That means there's a fox. There's loads of foxes in the street. Um, yeah, everyone's got 10 minutes a day. So the first task is use Sensei Connect for 10 minutes, whether that's emailing, whether that's follow up, whether that's whatever it may be. 10 minutes on Sensei Connect. And he did say aim for before 10 a.m. Obviously, everybody's schedule looks different. However, 10 minutes using Sensei Connect. The second thing is 10 minutes on your person. Sorry, let me just let the dog out. She's going to hate you. The second thing is spend 10 minutes on some kind. I can't find it. Right. If you go to your app store on your phone, whether you've got Android or iPhone, hang on. Let me bring it up. And type in Sensei Connect, it will look like that. So it's in the App Store on your phone. It's not as it is obviously a Scentsy backed thing, but yeah, that's what it looks like, Scentsy Connect. Um, okay, the second thing is spend 10 minutes on some kind of training and development. So whether that is reading a book, reading some kind of personal development book for 10 minutes, watching some kind of training on YouTube, going onto the workstation and reading an FAQ about something, spending 10 minutes of your day every single day, imagine how much you would grow as a human being. Just think about that. Like, instead of spending 10 minutes scrolling, spend 10 minutes on some kind of development to develop you as a human being. When you've done that for 30 days, that is a lot. When you've done that for 60 days, that is a lot. And then before you know it, doing that will just become habitual and will become part of who you are. And I promise you, again, this is a whole other training in itself and something that I can talk about till the cows come home. When you work on yourself first, that is going to impact your business and it's going to impact every other area of your life. Literally, doom scrolling will kill your business. It'll kill your brain as well. That's I say this to my kids all the time. All the time. It is literally there's a scientific thing, isn't there, about like the reason that it's like that is because it's like gambling. It's like being in a casino. Like they're not silly when they do. So when you find yourself going to doom scroll, say no. I'm gonna go do some kind of like personal development. So that's the second thing. 10 minutes using Scentsy Connect, 10 minutes on training and development. And then the last thing is invite 5 people every single day to experience Scentsy. 5 new people, whether that is from a customer perspective or whether that is from a business perspective. Just think throughout your day, if you speak to or offer the opportunity or the product to 5 different people, doesn't mean all them 5 people are going to say yes every single day. If you offer 2 people your borrow bag, 2 people, do they want to look at your website? And I don't know, that person that's posted on social media that they're looking to earn a bit of extra money from home, you actually reach out to them. I don't know. That's just an example. In and around your day, 5 people, invite 5 people to experience Scentsy, whether that is from a product perspective or whether that is from the business perspective. And that's it. That is how simple he wants to make it. So, use Scentsy Connect, spend 10 minutes on personal development instead of doom scrolling, and invite 5 people to experience Scentsy. Imagine the compound effect if you do that every single day. Imagine the growth in your business. Imagine the amount of conversations that you're going to have had. So, from tonight, following tonight, so I know it's the 2nd of September, we haven't started this on the 1st. So I don't want to put some like massive strategy in place, like this thing where I'm going to like check on your video. This is why they haven't put, and they talked about this on the live as well. This is why they haven't put like a tracker on the workstation for this, because we've got the incentive running. We've obviously got the Mexico incentive running. But they want us to like, be responsible for ourselves and, keep track of our own ability to do this. So the first thing is watch Orville's keynote, which I will share the Vimeo link. And then the next thing, they have shared, Home Office has shared some slides, like images with me, which I will share in the group afterwards. And it's basically to shout yourself out. If you've done a streak of, I don't know, 5 days, I've done the Scentsy Power 30 for 5 days, share it in the group, shout yourself out, recognize it. There is a tracker which Holly has sent us, which again you don't have to do if you don't want to, but if you want to download it and print it off, you can. And then celebrate your team. Is if you know somebody has done this for 5 days straight, shout them out in the group. Basically, we just need to start our own culture within the group of building these habits, basically. So the recognition that's been suggested is a 7-day streak, a 30-day streak, a 60-day streak, and a 90-day streak. Even the little wins keep the momentum going. And then nominate someone in your team who's crushing Scentsy Power 30. So basically, they just want to make this a thing that like everyone should be doing. If you choose not to partake in it, nothing's gonna, the world's not gonna end. But trust me when I say, Orville Thompson knows what he's talking about. And any business owner will tell you, or any successful person will tell you, you don't have success in something by doing it once. You don't have success in something by doing it 20 times. You don't have the power in growth and the power in being successful is doing something over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And you're gonna fail and you're gonna get no's and you're gonna have days when you question yourself, all those things. But if you still show up, in fact, it's more important to show up on the days that you don't feel like it. The days that you don't feel like it, the days that, you think, oh, I can't be bothered. They're the days that if you've got these habits dialed in, got a new Scentsy Connect app, do 10 minutes of personal development, reach out to 5 new people about Scentsy. If you just do them things anyway, you won't even have to think about it. And then the growth is going to come. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Yeah, the consistency is the biggest thing. I've always said that I'm going to get that word tattooed somewhere on my
Yeah,
body because 100% my advice to anybody in this business over anything is consistency.
yeah,
Consistency, whether it's posting on social media, whether it's messaging your customers, whether it's just showing up every day. If you do something consistently, it's why I hit 2,500 PRV without fail every single month. Why, and before that it was 2,000. Obviously, they moved the goalpost, so I had to move my goalposts.
absolutely. And I'm glad they did.
Yeah, me too. Because now I just know I'm going to hit annual sales, which is a bonus. But that didn't come from me doing nothing for 2 weeks and then messaging all my customers at the end of the month. That came from showing up every single day. And I tell this story all the time. Even on my wedding day, I was posting in the morning on my customer group because that's what I chose to do. I choose to prioritize my business, and consistency is one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give you. It's really not difficult to show up. It's really not. And believe me, I've had some difficult times where I've still showed up. And it isn't easy, but it's simple. All
Yeah,
you got to do is show up.
absolutely. Angela Maxwell actually posted something this morning, which isn't relevant to this, but also is. And I'm going to find it because that's actually just come to my brain as you were talking. Um, so Angela Maxwell was the first superstar director in Region 2. Some of you might know who she
She's
is with
unreal
a
as well. Her business is
thick
unreal.
Belfast accent. Um, she posted a quote that
Mm.
said, "Our excuses aren't special. Everyone is busy, everyone is tired, everyone has obstacles. The difference isn't your circumstances, it's your mindset. Winners will always find a way. Everyone else finds a reason why they can't, they're too tired, or they can't be bothered. You get to decide." I did that a little bit in. You get to decide which one you are. And it is so true. Nobody in this life is exempt from tiredness, from problems, from challenges, from family members having health issues, from I don't know. Like there's not one human being on this planet who is exempt from external circumstances. And you need to build the tools into your business, which is what this is for, to help you and decide you're gonna, and it's a decision, and decide you're gonna show up anyway, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what's going on, externally. You get to control what you do. And somebody said, I can't remember who said to me this week, somebody said to me, oh, like not in a not bad way, but basically like you show up because like this is your job. And I said, yeah, absolutely. Like this,
Mm.
it is my sole income and has been for a lot of years. However, I still did that when I had other jobs because otherwise this wouldn't be my sole income. Like that, those disciplines and habits have been dialed in for 9 years because, and 5 years ago, this did become my sole income, but it was because those disciplines and habits, not sharing Scentsy just doesn't even compute in my brain. Just like not going to CrossFit wouldn't compute in my brain, or not journaling in the morning, or not doing some kind of personal development, or I don't know, like these are all just things that have just become so ingrained in my soul. I don't even have to think about it. Much
No.
like, I don't know. Let's take it right back to like when a baby starts to walk, they then don't think, oh, I've got to put one foot in front of the other and then I'm gonna walk. They just walk. Because when you do something and you learn, you do it over and over and over, it becomes habitual. So I think we've
Like
got,
learning to drive, because when you learn to drive,
yeah.
eventually people always say to you, like, oh, it'll become second nature eventually. And you're like, oh my God, it won't. And it does. You get into the car, you start it, you drive off, you don't even think about the
Oh my God.
clutch,
The amount
changing
of times
gear,
I've got to places and I'm like, I don't ever remember getting here.
autopilot.
Yeah.
Um, Talking about Angela Maxwell sharing something, Emily Noonan shared something from Fraser Brooks, and that just reminded me of this. And this is on Emily Noonan's stories if you want to have a look at it. But it says start a business, $500, too much. Buy a new iPhone for $1,000, not a problem. Attend a business event, $200, too much. Dinner and drinks, $200, not a problem. Learn about business, 2 hours, I don't have the time. Watch Netflix for 2 hours, what to watch next. You have the opportunities, but you lack the priorities.
Absolutely.
And I
Absolutely.
was like, I read that and I was like, yeah, that is quite harsh, but I love it.
It is so true. And funny enough, one of the Power 30 slides, hang on, that I have downloaded that I'm going to share in the group afterwards, literally says, hang on, let me find it. I don't have the time means it's not a priority. 30 minutes is doable for everybody. Saying you don't have the time, try changing I don't have the time to it's not a priority to me. And it will totally change how you feel about it. The bottom line is when it comes to your Scentsy business, you are in control, and if you wanted to, you would. Like it is
Yeah.
that simple. Like
Yeah.
you have no one can do it for you. Sensei can give you the tools, which is what this is, but it's down to you to put in the work. We
Yeah.
are here to support you, to share tools with you, to recognize you, which is what we're going to do. But this is Orville Thompson going, here you go. You want to grow your business? Do this every day. 30 minutes a day. That's all it is.
Yeah. And that is a choice that you guys are going to have to make.
Absolutely. Right. I'm going to wrap this up because I did want to keep it 30 minutes. There we go. We've all got 30 minutes. Um, what I'm going to do afterwards, again, because I want to keep this like super simple, not like another big thing. I'm going to, in the image sharing WhatsApp and also in our Facebook group, I'll create an album, with these images. So some of these are like shouting yourself out. Some of them are recognizing teamies. Some are like, I'm in the final stretch of my streak. Like whether how far have you come since you started? And some of them are just quotes. Like I'm going to put them all in a Power 30 album. But at any point, if you are in a streak, shout yourself out. If you know that your teammate has done it for so many days, shout themselves out. There's nobody. This isn't just going to like be led by me. Like at any point, if you recognize that somebody is doing this well, you see that somebody's doing this well, recognize it because we want to start building that culture of this is what Power 30 is. These are the tools we can do. Nobody's going to say to you, go and read this book or listen to this podcast or watch this thing on the workstation. You need to be like responsible for whatever personal development you choose to do in that day. And also, if you one day only do like you do your Sense to Connect in the morning, doesn't mean you have to do them 30 minutes like back to back. If you don't have 30 minutes, do your Sense to Connect in the morning, 10 minutes, listen for 10 minutes while you're driving somewhere, and then speak to five people while you're out and about in your day. Like, just think about how easy that is. Like, it's literally just weaving it into your day. So you don't have to do it all at once. Um, I hope that makes sense. Does it make sense?
It
In
does
my
make
head, it
sense.
goes, it's really simple. Really, really didn't want to overcomplicate it. Thanks so much. If you can make time to support us and put on these trainings, we can. I think, do you know what I think it is? It's not finding the time, it's understanding that when you actually look at your day, we all do have these pockets of time and we think that we don't, but we actually do. Whether it's the doom scrolling, whether it's getting somewhere 15 minutes early, whether it's, I don't know, we actually all do have the time. It's just looking at your day and, seeing where it fits for you. Because not everybody's life is going to be the same. Not everybody's circumstance is the same. But again, it is about prioritizing. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna create an album. I will share them in the group and in the WhatsApp. And basically, let's just start doing it. Download Scentsy Connect if you haven't got Scentsy Connect. It will link up with your workstation and your contacts. Start making it a habit that whether it's through your workstation or through the app, you're getting your customer because obviously the more customer contacts you've got in there, the more people you can email out, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, I'm excited. I think it will be really, really impactful as long as we all do it, basically. Because it's like do you know what? I'm going to tell you a little story. I'll stop recording now, actually, because not everybody's going to needs to hear this story about my monkey eye, right? Hang on.